Good evening. I am Chad Thompson, the Executive Director of Secondary and Career and Technical Education. Welcome. We're excited that you are here with us. The discussion tonight will focus on our two cooperative and innovative high schools, Nash County Early College and the Center for Industry, Technology, and Innovation, also known as CITI High. Throughout the session, topics will be shared with you to help explain how these schools operate. Then later, you will hear testimonials and insights from staff and students that currently attend each of these schools. We hope that you enjoy the information, and once again, thank you for joining us tonight.
Good evening. I am Michelle Roster, the district's parent coordinator. Today, we will have presentations by two of our early colleges. We ask that anyone who has any questions to please use our Zoom webinar basic on question format by entering your questions or suggestions in the column as seen on the screen. Today's agenda will include a presentation from Nash-Rocky Mount Early College and CITI High. Following their presentation, we will have a questioning panel of all participants.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Sharp. I'm principal of the Nash-Rocky Mount Early College High School, and I have some special guests with me this evening. I will invite them to the podium to introduce themselves.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Davis, and I'm the Academic and Accountability Coordinator at the Early College High School.
My name is Grace Connie, and I'm an 11th grade student at the Nash-Rocky Mount Early College High School.
My name is Abdullah Hamouri. I'm a 12th grade student at Early College High School.
At the Early College, our mottos are committed, connected, cultivated, and fly high, Eagle Pride. We are the Early College Eagles. How it started. I'm going to invite Ms. Davis, who was part of the original school staff, to come up and tell us a little bit about the history of the Early College.
Thank you, Ms. Sharp. So in 2003, the Early College was originally known as Nash-Rocky Mount Middle College, and students who attended were from the traditional high schools, but just came to complete their high school diploma with some college credits, no certificate or no associate's degree. In 2005, the Early College High School became one of the originals in our state. And we have just been fortunate to have great successes so that in 2017, 2018, we began accepting 100 students in 9th grade. In 2018-19, we moved into a new building on campus. Originally, since the opening in 2005, we were in mobile units. And in 2021, we were able to grow 51% in those past 5 years. And in 2021 and now, we have begun starting with community connections through our alumni network and events.
This year, our total school enrollment is 395. We are capped by North Carolina legislation at 500 students, which would be 100 per grade level. Our projected enrollment for the 2022-23 school year is 430 students. Last spring, our students took 754 college classes, and this fall, our students are taking 723 college classes. Consistently over time, early college students' success in college courses has been an average or better of 80%. We currently have 21 staff members, 16 of which are certified teachers. Attending the early college is equivalent to a 2-year scholarship worth approximately $50,000 when you consider tuition and books for the first 2 years of a 4-year university degree. In 2018-19, our school report card grade was an A. In 2019-20, the pandemic grade caused the grade to be carried over for that school year. And we didn't have testing and assessment. It was just a wild time. In 2020-21, the school report card grades were omitted due to the pandemic. However, we did not let academics slide during the pandemic, and our students consistently, their academic performance held steady or increased actually during last school year during remote learning on our end of course assessments as well as our college course pass rates. This year, we are continuing high academic expectations, and we have also added the BCOM program for social and emotional learning in Avid. We have returned to in-person learning for access to academic resources on campus. So that's how it's going. Our vision is that we are committed to growth, connected to community, and cultivated to leadership. Our school mission is that we support student success in college, career, and life by inspiring commitment to personal excellence and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, by building relationships and community partnerships for personalization of students' educational pathways, and by fostering a culture of collaboration and shared responsibility for scholarship and school safety.
Summer Bridge at the early college is an invitation for freshman students to get introduced to the early college family. During this time, students will collaborate with their fellow freshmen and even the upperclassmen in activities to introduce them to their fellow students. Some of the activities that are present at these include team building activities, trivias, and school spirit competitions between the grade levels. Summer Bridge was really fun when I actually participated in it.
The early college follows a 5-year high school plan. Within these 5 years, it includes 2 years of college education. As the years advance, your college courses will increase. As a 12th grade student, I personally have 4 college courses and 1 high school course tailored to my bachelor degree program.
That the early college high school students stay with us for 5 years. And in the 5th year, every student who will be graduating that May is part of the Avid 4 class, and we call them super seniors. So in this class, we work on finalizing their high school career as they transition over to their next path of attending a 4-year university. So in the college, they can have 3 to 5 courses. And then students can't earn over the 60 credit hours in their associate degree pathway for transferring to a 4-year university. And then if needed, only students who are behind in credits can attend a summer school class at Nash Community. It is an honor to say that we are an Avid school, and Avid stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. And all students are in an Avid class. It's an elective class that they take every semester. And what it really does is provide support for their high school classes and for their college classes at Nash Community. 9th and 10th graders really work on building skills and refining skills that will help them in instruction in their high school classes as well as their college classes. We follow the Avid curriculum, which focuses on WICOR. WICOR stands for writing, inquiry, which is questioning, collaboration, organization, and reading. And like I said previously, the Avid 4 class is designed to support students as they get ready to transition out of high school and into that 4-year university or college that they attend. And we work on college applications. I support them with FAFSA. We research scholarships. Anything that will help them transition to the four-year college and university. And an example of that is having college admissions officers visit the Avid 4 class. So for example, we've had North Carolina A&T, Barton College, North Carolina Wesleyan, UNC Charlotte. This week, NC State is coming, and this just really helps the students prepare for these next steps that they will have when they graduate from early college. And it is an honor to say that Nash Community College is an Avid Avid higher education site.
Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, I was never able to finish my spring design challenge. However, with the small amount of time I did have to work on it, I found out how it was a project with students to inspire collaboration to solve a issue. My year, it was a house building challenge. And it's just really good to help students learn to collaborate better with their peers.
Our school day is a little different than traditional. We operate from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We do provide bus transportation and school lunch is also available. Our ninth graders are restricted to the building, our early college building on the Nash Community College campus. 10th graders have a little more freedom, but they have some designated areas where they can be on campus. 11th grade and up have full campus access because their college courses could be anywhere at any time during the day. Our current school calendar, we began school on August 2nd. We start before college classes do so that we can make sure students have everything they need, textbooks and everything else, and are prepared. And our last day of classes is May 20th. Major holidays are the same for our school calendar as a traditional school calendar. We operate on a semester block schedule, so students have classes in the fall semester and then their classes change and they have different classes in the spring semester. Currently, Monday through Thursday, we have full days, 9:30 to 4:30, and every Friday, our students have early release. So our classes are condensed and we dismiss at 1:30. For our upperclassmen, their daily schedule could be vastly different from this. The daily college class schedule is very different and it depends on the student's personalized 5-year plan.
Some of the expectations for students at the Nash-Rocky Mount Early College include studying every night for every class and collaborating with their peers.
Students are expected to apply Avid strategies and students are expected to ask questions and seek assistance when needed. In all courses, you should earn a C or better in all classes. There are many, if you need help, there are many different tutoring educational sites, such as Math Tank and English literacy site.
And students are expected to represent the Nash-Rocky Mount Early College well across the college campus by modeling the school beliefs and following the code of conduct. And students are also expected to be involved in clubs and school activities. Some of the clubs that Nash-Rocky Mount Early College offers are Quiz Bowl / Brain Game, the Key and Interact Club, Eagles Explore, Student Government Association, Cultural Arts, and International Clubs.
So that is a brief overview of our school. I would like to give a big thank you to our student ambassadors who were here with us tonight to share some information in this portion of the presentation. Abdullah Al-Hamari and Grayson Connie, thank you very much for your contribution. We will now transition to CITI High School, and our students and our faculty will be available for questions in the panel question session. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Rasco, and I'm the principal of the Center for Industry, Technology, and Innovation, also known as CITI High School. We are a new high school in the Nash County Public School System. We've been open about 4 years. This is our 4th year of being open. And I also have some students with me, and they're going to come up and introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Robert Sanchez. I'm a senior at CITI High and my pathway is automotive.
My name is Tatiana Crudo. I'm a senior at CITI High and my pathway is medical administration.
My name is Taylor LaFront. I am a junior at CITI High and my pathway is hospitality.
Good evening. My name is Wanda Corbin Robinson, and I am the school counselor.
Well, thank you, students and Ms. Corbin Robinson, for coming in with us tonight. So a couple of things about CITI High School. We are an innovative high school that allows students to obtain college credits while earning their high school diploma. Students work towards industrial certifications, Nash Community diplomas, and/or associate degrees. All freshman students start with ACA, which is a college readiness class for first semester, and then we move on to their degree classes second semester. Our school hours are from 9 to 4, and the first day of school for us is in early August, and the last day of school is in early May. We have smaller class sizes than traditional schools. We have about 10 to 15 students in each class, and our students are eligible to participate in athletics at their home school. We have 5 different career pathways at CITI High. One would be automotive. The others are industrial, medical office administration, information technology systems, and hospitality management. Under the automotive systems pathway, our students are earning certificates in basic automotive, advanced automotive, automotive electrical, engine performance, and brakes and suspension. Robert will now come forward and talk about automotive.
Hi again. In automotive, my classes are mostly on hands-on experience, which is really great for people who are really onto hands-on instead of bookwork. Right now, in our class right now, we're working on wheel alignment and wheels and brakes and systems. It's really fun in automotive because we learn about different parts of the cars and we explore more about how a car works. And recently we went on a field trip to Rocky Mount Radiators. We learned a lot of experience from that pathway and where that work takes us.
Another pathway that we offer at CITI High is medical office administration. And under medical office administration, our students earn patient service specialist certificates, medical document specialists, and medical billing and coding. And Tatiana is here to talk to us about medical office.
Medical administration is not technically dealing with interacting with the customer hands-on. Medical administration is more of a sitting at the desk job. You basically deal with making forms for the patient, insurance forms, and some of the classes that we take are not technically face-to-face. More of the classes are online. I'm currently a CCP team mentor at Nash Community College. I basically get assigned a student from my advisor, which is Ms. Wayne, and I help them based off our pathway.
We also have hospitality management as a pathway. And under hospitality management, our students are earning lodging management certificates, restaurant management, catering management, bed and breakfast management, and event planning. And we have Telly here to talk about hospitality.
In hospitality, it is basically a pathway on more of management and how you can manage your business better, how to get started in business, and it gets more into the law side of your business. And the class I take, 2 classes I take right now is an HRM class and a law class. In the HRM class, it basically talks about how to be a better manager for whatever job you, whatever business you have. It teaches you how to hire people, what kind of people you should hire, how to financially have your business stable, how to be a better manager. And in my law class, it teaches you all the law sides to your business, about sexual harassment, discrimination, and things that a manager can do better to prevent things like that from happening.
We also have industrial systems technology. Our students in industrial systems are earning certificates in HVAC, electrical wiring, mechanical maintenance, and machining maintenance. Our students are also working towards their associate's degree, but as they're working towards that, we do award them certificates once they complete certain classes. We also have information technologies with a focus on system security. A couple of the certificates that the students receive in that pathway are cybersecurity, network administration, software applications, and help desk support. Telly was also an information technology student, so he's going to talk to us a few minutes about that pathway as well.
Informational technology systems is basically a pathway about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, you focus on how to secure your network better, secure a whole network to a business. And basically it teaches you how to ethically hack. What I learned from this pathway is that when you get your associate's degree, you can get your master's in informational technology, and you can work I wanted to work as a CIA to sit at a desk and make sure that our country was not involved in cyber attacks. And I switched to hospitality because cybersecurity. I found out cybersecurity wasn't really for me, and I'm more of a people's person, and I like to deal with people, so I switched to hospitality.
So again, our 5 pathways are automotive, medical office administration, hospitality management, industrial systems technology, and information technologies. As Telly mentioned, we do allow students to switch after 10th grade if they are not satisfied with their pathway. We are also an Avid school. Excuse me. Avid's mission is to close the opportunity gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. Avid teachers support students by empowering them to take ownership of their thinking and learning. So our students also take Nash community classes, as they have mentioned. They are a combination of face-to-face, online, and virtual classes. Last school year, we had 214 college classes with grades 9 through 11 with an 80% passing rate.
We also have pack time. We also have pack time and clubs, and pack time is it's built in 30 minutes in our schedule each day. And it gives our students an opportunity to do some enrichment and intervention if they need it. And we also have the clubs. One of the clubs that I want to talk about is the club that I started, which is Fit Time 3. Fit academically, fit physically, and fit emotionally. We have clubs every Thursday, and we also have SGA club, book club, Helping Hands club, and the drama club. And the reason why I like the fit club, of course, because myself and the coach is doing it, because it gives me an opportunity to get to know these wonderful students. I have truly enjoyed that relationship when I be able to be a part of the club, and it gets me to see them talk academically and then talk physically. We do some physical exercise. And, I think it's awesome that the students get a chance to be a part of the clubs.
At CITI High, we are also partnered with STEP, which means Strategic Twin Education Partnership. That organization has connected us with a couple of different industrial people out in the area. We've had lunch with an engineer with our students, and engineers from different companies come in to meet with our students, have just basic discussions, and provide lunch for them.
Field trips. You heard Robert talk about the field trip that they attended on 2 weeks ago. That was an awesome field trip. I was not there, but I've heard from the students, and I've also heard from Mr. Chuck, the owner of Rocky Mount Radiators. And they had an opportunity to actually walk around that plant and be able to experience what they learned about in classes. And it was like an awesome, they talked to different people. He did an awesome job. And it was really what we need at CITI High, is having that connection. So the students had the connection to be out there in the community, and they loved it. And I think they loved us being there. We have other field trips coming up. We're going to be doing the main event center, and then also with the hospital. So we have a lot of things coming up, and we're really excited about our connection to the community.
We also try to provide our students with some traditional school experiences. So we do have a winter spirit week, a fall spirit week, and a spring spirit week. At CITI High School, we strive to provide a rigorous and relevant student-directed learning environment to ensure that each student becomes a globally competitive, responsible, and contributing member of society. We inspire all students to become innovative, productive, and workforce-ready citizens by providing rigorous and relevant instruction in every classroom, every day. Again, we will be here for questions, and thank you to the students and Ms. Corbin Robinson.
All parents and students who are watching us are encouraged to type in questions that they have so that we can ask this group of experts. We have both students, administrators, and guidance counselors, as well as our high school, middle school executive director. So please provide us with questions that you would like to have us ask. We have already had some selected questions and some that have been asked through our chat. The first question was, can students play sports at early college and CITI High?
Yes, they can. And I'm glad you asked that question, because that's one of the main things that students ask when we go to the middle school. But they do have to try out for the team. So just because you're, you can't automatically be on the team. The same thing if you were at that high school. And we have had several students be a part of the teams. Telly was a part of the football team, and we had students to be on the volleyball team. And we got 2 incoming freshmen that are, one was cross country that just finished cross country. So yes, you can, and we encourage that. We want our students to be happy and do the things that they would be able to do at a traditional high school.
Do students graduate with a high school diploma or GED at CITI High?
Students at CITI High School graduate with a high school diploma as well as stackable certificates, and hopefully they will graduate with their associate's degree.
Okay. And for early college, do they graduate with a diploma or GED?
At early college, students graduate with a high school diploma and either an associate in science, associate in engineering, or associate in arts. And some students are also able to add an industry certification to that, which would be tailored towards their major degree program that they plan for university. So for example, a student who is getting an Associate of Arts degree and planning to transfer into a business administration bachelor degree program, they may also earn a business administration certificate at the community college.
Thank you. What is the process for completing and submitting an application for either Nash-Rocky Mount Early College or the CITI High? Mrs. Sharp.
Applications will open December the 1st and be open through February the 4th. And they'll be posted on each of our schools' websites and also on the district website. The application is a Google form, and it has several components. So we're also going to host on January 20th a prospective parent technical support night for any parents who might need help with completing the application. Like I said, it's a Google form, but then also there's a verification form that has to be printed out and mailed in. And then we also want to make sure that parents receive a copy of their responses and their application in their email, and that becomes their confirmation that their application has been submitted. And I'll ask Ms. Rasko if she would like to add anything to that.
I don't have anything to add, but I just wanted to reiterate that there will be two separate applications this year, and they will be both posted on our school websites. December 1st is when they will be posted, and they will close on February 4th.
Thank you. Just a further clarification regarding that question. Do parents have to go through the registration center to apply for your schools?
No, they just need to fill out the application online.
Mrs. Rasco, can a sophomore or freshman who attend a traditional high school transfer to the early college or City High after their freshman year?
A student can transfer to City High after their freshman year. We do not allow students to transfer after sophomore year because we have so many college classes and they'll be behind. But we will allow students to transfer in after freshman year at a traditional high school.
That's pretty much the same for early college. We have the application process is for ninth graders, so incoming freshmen. And then students who want to apply as a sophomore, sometimes we have a few openings and we might take anywhere from 5 to 10 students in that sophomore year as well.
Thank you. Mrs. Corbin Robinson, can students who attend early college participate in the band?
In band? No, we do not have band. That is, they don't have the opportunity to do band at, so that's the only thing, but I don't know if that at the early college, do y'all have a pelt band? I think y'all guys might have a pelt band.
So our students are eligible to participate in athletics or band at a traditional school. However, we caution them that we have no control over the college schedule and when college classes are going to be offered, and they cannot miss a college class for practice or for performances or games. So in the past, for our band students in particular, we've had a partnership with Wesleyan College where they could participate in Wesleyan College's pep band. And many of our students opt for travel teams or rec teams, recreational teams, rather than traditional high school athletics.
Also with traditional high schools and band students, you normally have to be enrolled in band at that school. So you can't be enrolled in 2 high schools at one time. So that's why we don't allow students to participate in band at City High.
Thank you. How do universities view early college in the admissions process?
Well, that's a great question. I can speak on that from the early college viewpoint, but they accept all the credits. Our students are allowed by state to have 60 credit hours that transfer over. So for in-state, they transfer and they take on. What happens is the first semester, they're seen as freshmen. Our students apply as freshmen, not transfer students, because that's perks for them from housing to scholarships. And usually what happens if our students maintain a great GPA, then that January, they'll transfer them over to a junior instead of a freshman. And that ends up with 2 years left to finish that 4-year. Great question.
So at City High School, again, this is our 4th year, so we have not had a graduating class yet. However, we do meet with all of our students to determine if they want to go on to a 4-year university after graduation, or if they want to go on to work. And for those students that would like to go on to a 4-year institution, we make sure that we give them some classes that will be able to transfer to a 4-year instead of just for their career.
Thank you. Which is better, early college or AP courses? And Mr. Thompson, you may be able to answer that one.
Well, I wouldn't say either one is better than the other. They just had different opportunities. If you look at early college, you're looking at, you have an opportunity to do a transfer program where you can transfer into a university. At City, you have opportunity still to go to college if you would like to, but you're you're earning credentials that you can go immediately into the workforce in that area if you would like. But at both, they have the opportunities to work with the community college, to take courses throughout their high school career. And the interesting piece and the exciting piece is they both have opportunities that they can earn their associate's degree as they are earning their high school diploma.
Is it possible for students to graduate early from the early college in 4 years?
Possible, but we don't recommend it. It is way too intense and students burn out and it just has not been it's not been a wonderful experience for students who've tried to do it. So we recommend that they take the 5 years because they actually still condense the total college experience. So typically students would spend 4 years in high school and 4 years in college, which would be 8 years total. But when you come to early college, you do 5 years of high school and college, your first 2 years of college. So you only have 2 more years to graduate with your 4-year degree. So instead of doing 8 years, you're doing 7 years to get your high school and your 4-year university degree.
Can I add that, and I think Ms. Sharp would agree, one of the things that we really emphasize is protecting their grades. And we have found that kids who in the past did it in 4 years, it was more of a course load and they got stressed out and their grades dropped. And colleges are very competitive. They have very strict GPAs. They don't, not being rude, but COVID happened, but they still have the same expectations even before COVID even came into our lives. So what we really tell our kids, and I think our 2 students here will say they hear it all the time in our Avid class, protect that GPA. So it's important that students know that they need to protect that GPA for their college admissions process. And that's really to add to Ms. Sharp's point. That's why we really want them to stay those 5 years with us.
Thank you. Does anyone that apply to both the early college and CITI High automatically get accepted?
So, no, you're not initially accepted. There's a process that goes through. So you'll start off with the application. Then there's a vetting process that we go through. And then, as you remember, Ms. Sharp, I think in her presentation said we can only accept 100 per grade level. And that is because of legislation. That is not our rule. That's the state of North Carolina's rule. And so from there, if we have over 100 applicants, then we have to put it through a lottery process. And with that lottery process, it's a random pick. We do not do the picking. We send it off for a random pick to be fair. And then from that point, we have our first 100 students. And if you did not make the first 100, you are then put on a waiting list.
Thank you. Must applicants for next year's school year be members or current students of the Nash County Public School? Example, could I apply if I attend a charter or private school?
The short answer is yes. As long as you're enrolled in a school, an accredited school, you do not have to be a current Nash-Rocky Mount Schools student, Nash County Public Schools student. You can apply to either city or early college as a student at a charter school, a private school, a home school, a parochial school. I think I've covered the bases there, Ms. Rasco.
You have to live in the Nash County Public Schools district. That is our only requirement. So you could be private, charter, any other school, but you just have to live in the Nash County Public Schools district.
Does that apply for home schools?
Yes.
We have another question from online. What grade level will be able to travel for football in early college?
That's a tricky question. Our 9th grade schedule, students are in high school classes from 9:30 to 4:30. And they cannot miss class for practice. So unless coaches are willing to make kind of an alternate practice schedule for students, it frequently is not conducive for students to participate in a very intensive athletic program like a football program and also be enrolled at the early college.
Another question from our online participants. Can you go to early college while also attending regular high school?
No.
And we have questions for our students. How has your experience as a student been? What has been the highlights, challenges that you've faced?
My challenges so far were just time management in the beginning because I really didn't know how it was going to start off. But once you get the hang of it, once you get the time management down, it's really easy. Every teacher is easy on pace with you. Everything is just slowly. Just make sure you just do your work, and the teachers will help you out in case you need that.
My experience with CITI High has overall been good. I came second semester from Southern Nash. When I first came, it was difficult because I'm so used to just high school classes, not both of them put together. So I had to adjust to being able to do college work while also doing high school classes.
My experience at CITI High has been a very good experience. When I came here in the 9th grade, the ACA class was a good class for all the freshmen to just get their footstep in the door of just taking a college class, period. When the second semester came and I started taking cybersecurity classes, it was also a good experience, but then with COVID and all that, for me, it just took a big hit on me. And I did get through it. Through my 10th grade year, I got back up, and with playing sports, it's been fun. Playing sports and just being occupied, it has been a very good experience. Even this year, the teachers are great just because we are a small school, so it allows the teachers to have that one-on-one time with the students, and allows the teachers to like really help the students with both their high school classes and college classes.
As an early college student, my life's been great at at the school. I enjoyed it. I'm still enjoying it. I'd like to piggyback off what Robert said. Time management was definitely my biggest problem. But there were many different supports and solutions that the school offered. Avid strategies were a big bonus to helping me get through time management.
Some of the other students have said time management was my biggest struggle when I first came. I very quickly learned that planners are a necessity. Because before with my planner, I was constantly struggling with classes. And then as soon as I figured out how to actually use a planner with my Avid classes, because they helped us out a lot figuring out how to properly use them, I immediately got a lot better with my time management. And the Avid classes are for sure one of the highlights of the school because so far in my Avid classes, we've gone over a bunch of like college applications. Right now we're building resumes. It really does help you prepare for your college and your career later in life.
What advice would you give an 8th grade parent and student that was considering going to your school? And if each student could answer that question, we would appreciate it. Let's start you, Gracie.
Some advice that I would give to a prospective student coming to the early college would for sure be to make sure that you watch your grades. Because sometimes it'll seem like you think you're doing the greatest in the world, and sometimes you're just like struggling a little bit. But there's so many like resources that the college and the high school offers that can really help you out with that. My freshman year, a lot of the teachers offered office hours where you could come to them for private tutoring before or after school. And the Avid classes are always ready to help you with, if you're struggling in any of your other classes, find resources that can actually benefit you. So I really think looking at what resources the school offers is like a big piece of advice to give.
Personally, compared to a traditional school, early college or city high school, I feel like it's just the loads of benefits. There's nothing that could go wrong. Time management is the biggest struggle. Just completing all your assignments on time, submitting, just putting effort into your work, and everything should go well.
Some advice I would give to the eighth graders is that it is difficult, especially in your freshman year, but just know that you can get through it. Use all the resources that you have. Use the teachers, the principals, email your teachers, email your college and instructors. And don't be scared to ask questions, because I had to ask a lot of questions because I didn't know a lot of things. And just get your work done on time. Like he said, just just be prepared for the future. You know, these schools is a great opportunity for these students because, you know, the college classes we are taking is, you know, it's free, you know, and we doing the extra year, getting your associate's degree. It's a great doorstep for many of these students. And with me, the pathways that you take at our school doesn't have to be your main pathway. You can use the pathway as a plan B, and you can do something totally different. So I would say to all these eighth graders that these schools are definitely the schools to come to.
Advice I would say is to make sure you stay on top of your work. When you switch to an early college or city high, you're entering into something that you're not used to. So when you get backed up on your college classes like you fail, it's hard to come back up just like high school. So I would just say, like they said, time management and make sure you turn your work in on time.
As she was saying, I came from a regular high school to City High, and that opportunity, it comes once in a lifetime. You know, you'd rather just take the chance. You know, checking your emails as well is one of the big key features that you have to do. Especially if you need help, especially with regular classing like English, history, math. Teachers with our schools will actually help you with one-on-one and help you get caught up and to learn better about the subject that you're learning. And yeah.
Thank you all for that. We have another question, I think, Ms. Davis. What student characteristics have shown to have a great chance of success at the early college?
Well, I think what all 5 of these students, it's very clear, being open, having a growth mindset, being willing to change, knowing that relationships are important with the staff. And I think all of you would agree that having the Avid program at both of these schools don't just teach academic skills, but personal skills. We call them soft skills. So knowing how to write an email, knowing how to communicate, not being scared. I think that Ms. Rasco and Ms. Sharp would agree with me that this is every kid at our school. It's not just these 5. So being determined, being dedicated, being open to this growth really will help a student be successful at both the city, high school, and at early. Great question.
And listen to all panels and to all 5 students. You all did share a lot of great things. But for our parents, Mr. Thompson, if you could help them to understand what is the greatest difference between the early college and city high as they're making their decisions on which school to apply if they so choose.
So once again, I think the greatest difference is at early college, you're really focusing on a college transfer. If you're saying, I'm going to go to a 4-year college, I know that for sure, then that's going to be where you will want to go. At City, you have an opportunity to earn credentials. So let's say, for instance, you want to go into industry. You will have industry credentials that can help you with truly a better pay as you get out. Also, you had the opportunity to go to college if you would like to, also at City, but it's more in the realm of earning those credentials first, so that you can, if you would like to go into a career as soon as you're finished, you can do that. So those are the main differences in the two.
Thank you. For Mrs. Sharp and Mrs. Rasco, if you all could please provide us what you believe is the most important factors to consider when choosing to apply to your school.
I think the most important factor in choosing whether or not to apply to early college or city is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you see yourself entering the workforce? And if so, where? And what credential do you need? Do you see yourself transferring to NC State or ECU and then entering the workforce after you get your bachelor's degree? Then where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What's your goal? If you want to just have a traditional high school experience, that is totally okay. But if you want to accelerate your learning, as Ms. Davis said, if you have a growth mindset, as these exceptional young people have stated tonight, if you want to take risks and open yourself up to opportunities that will expand your horizons beyond even what you can really imagine at this point, then take a chance and apply to early college and CITI.
One of the things that I always tell students when we go out to the middle schools is exactly what Ms. Sharp said. Just take a chance, fill out the application. The only thing that it's going to get you is a one-on-one meeting with myself, Ms. Corbin Robinson, and your parents, where we can explain everything to you one-on-one, the differences between early college and CITI High. It is important to think about your future. We know that these students are in the 8th grade, and right now that's probably not the most important thing on their mind. But it is something that you need to start thinking about, because even if you decide to go to a traditional school, you need to be planning for your future. Both of these schools will set you up in a good position for whichever you choose to do. If you want to go on to a 4-year institution, or if you would like to go on to work, both schools can set you up into a good position for that. Something else that I always tell my students, my 8th graders when I go out, is think about your families. One of the students mentioned, we offer all of these classes to you for free. So if you want to get college experience and not have to pay a single dime, then one of these schools might be one of your best options.
Thank you. We have another question from our online panel, and that is, do either of your colleges offer auto tech class? And Ms. Ross,
Auto tech?
yes.
Yes, CITI High School has Automotive Systems Technology as an associate's degree pathway, and our students are able to earn certificates under Auto Systems. That class is held on our campus, but it is taught by a Nash community instructor.
Thank you. Robert?
Yes. Right now that I'm taking, the class that I'm taking, it's on brakes and suspension. And after this year, I will get my certificate in that class and engine safety. Well, next year I'll get my engine safety and engine performance. We're getting taught by an NC instructor from Nash Community. He comes to our school. We go there for 2 hours every day from 2:30 to 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And right now there's multiple. Right now you can take summer courses as well. I took summer courses for last summer. I got my I passed shop management and events electrical for automotive. So yeah.
We would like to just thank everyone, for our students, for our administrators, and for our guidance counselors, and for Mr. Thompson for today. This has been a very informative session. I'd like to especially thank our online audience. You all brought us a lot of questions, and want to make you aware that if you have any more questions, there is a special session that will be held on January the 20th at both schools, where they will be looking at the district website site. So, Mr. Thompson, can you provide information about that January the 20th date?
That will be a technical support parent night. We also will have additional information if parents just want to come ask questions, find out more. We will have, and Mr. Thompson, you may want to speak about this. We will have recruitment sessions going in the middle schools, probably in January. And so this night, this January 20th, would be more of a technical support if parents need help with completing the application or having questions about that.
One thing I just want to again remind everyone that the application will open on December 1st through February 4th. Like Ms. Sharp was saying, we are going to try to make sure that we can get out to the middle schools in January, and then we will both have that parent information night at both schools on January 20th.
On the screen, we are going to show parents where they will be able to locate their application starting on December the 1st. You'll go to the parent website page. Go to services. If you go to resources, that first tab is application-based schools. When you click on that, then you will have an option that will be available for you to be able to apply to CITI High or early college. We would like to once again just thank everyone for this session. Thank all of our students. If anyone has sold the school and what we're really about, it is you. And just having you on our panel has made a huge difference. So parents, I hope you have enjoyed this. For our students, for everyone who participated, thank you very much. Parents, please make sure that you continue to attend our Connect, Inform, and Engage. Our next session will focus on our Nash Everywhere Digital Academy, which will provide parents information for determining whether or not they would like to make a choice or selection to attend our online school. That will be on January the 11th at 6 p.m. If you have any questions regarding NETA, if you will send them to me, I will make sure that is a part of our panel questions for that night. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for their participation and have a great night, everyone.